Hello, my beautiful warriors of love and light, and welcome to Essence Divine. My name is Sabrina. This week's tarot reading from February 22nd to February 28th is the last week of February. So we can say goodbye to 3 weeks of Mercury retrograde. We're entering in Mercury direct, but Mercury is going into shadow until March 13th. What does that mean? It means that everything that we had to face in these last 3 weeks with Mercury and Retrograde, everything that we were thrown at, everything that we had to, like, every challenge that we had to go through, everything that we were stuck in, every spiritual cleanse that we had to go through, well, in the next 2 weeks or 3 weeks, I guess, till March 13th, we are going to see it clearly. Or it's a time for resolution of whatever that is that we had to go through. It's a time to solve the conflict. It's time to solve the problems. It's time to solve it, and you're going to see it clearly, right? Because we're not in reverse anymore. Now we're forward movement. So it's going to be a time still of. I would love to say that the end of February is going to be an end of chaos and conflict, but it isn't. It's just going to be a lot more. Reveal is a good word. A lot of these lower energies are starting to rise and boil up. Things are going to be disclosed. There's going to be a lot of disclosure. Let's just say that. February 27 on Saturday, it's full moon in Virgo. Virgo is all about details, about work and routine and how your day-to-day, right? So your diet, your exercise, your like I said, your work life, your family life. It's like getting those ducks in order. But it's interesting because we're in the sign of Pisces, so happy birthday, Pisces. And Pisces is all about spirituality. It's all about diving deep into the emotions. It's all diving. So it's like them coming together. It's almost like a rise in your higher states of consciousness. It's almost like maybe you're going to find a way to analyze your awakening or analyze your intuition. It's an interesting melo of this, right? So they're coming together, and it's like Virgo is going to help you detail things out, like lay them all out. Well, Pisces is all about heightened emotions, so it's a very interesting marriage together. So that's it. So for the end, and now we're heading into March. March is just a feeling of a rejuvenating feeling. It's just a feeling of refresh, renewal, right? Always will be. Even though March 20th is spring, but just March. Even though it snows sometime, doesn't matter. We're heading into spring. That's what matters. So that's it for now, and I will see you guys in your readings. I love you, and happy last week of February. Hello, my beautiful Aries, and welcome to your last week of February reading. We pulled the honesty card, which is I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself, which I found very appropriate for Aries, because you are very honest with yourself, but you're also honest with other people. But this card makes me feel like some of you maybe it's just a message to you of maybe your honesty is rubbing people the wrong way. Maybe maybe people are not ready for your unfiltered approaches. And it's almost like a message to you to don't take things personally, or find a way to communicate better with people if you want. If you don't want, who am I to tell you what to do, right? So I'm going to, I don't think I shuffled these, so you'll be the ones to see the shuffle. Okay. Honesty is something I'm big proponent of. I love it, and unfortunately sometimes not everyone can handle honesty, but sometimes you gotta just give it to them. So let's see what it is that Spirit wants you to know when it comes to honesty. Aries, what is it they need to know for this last week of February, please? Right, so we got Two of Cups, spiritual union. Eight of Cups, emotional withdrawal. Nine of Pentacles. I'm gonna do 3 cards and then I'm gonna do another. We have Hangman, sacrifice, which is interesting energy, this Hangman. It's like, should I be honest? Should I not be honest with this person? It's this like feeling of like, should I hold back? Should I just, you know? And then underneath that card is the Temperance card, which is patience. Are you, maybe they're like, have some patience, Aries. I don't know. But this is interesting. I like this. There's like maybe there's something to do with a relationship. Maybe you're being asked to be honest in a love relationship or a family relationship or friends or something, but there's something here. I feel that you're I think it's interesting because you have this Eight of Cups, which is here, it's emotional withdrawal, but Eight of Cups is usually something like you're leaving something behind. So it's like, are you being honest with yourself when it comes to a relationship? And this like Nine of Pentacles is like work, I guess you could relate to that, or your financial independence. So are you being honest with yourself when it comes to any of these issues, or not issues, these things, these moments in your life? So maybe you're not being honest in a relationship and the Spirit is coming in and asking you to be that way. Maybe you are you're not being honest with not with your money, like you're spending too much, you're spending it on the wrong things, and they're asking you, okay, just maybe like look at actually the money that you, even though we know as light beings that abundance is always there for us, that we need, but you know, we're living in this 3D world and we still have to pay rent and we still have to like do these things. So I feel like they're coming in and asking you to look at the big picture, look at your relationships and look at your finances and look at everything and be honest with yourself. And how much can you really spend this month? Let's say, how much can you really take from this person? Is this person actually giving you what you want? Is I mean, the Two of Cups is like a soulmate. It could be a soulmate in your life. Twin flame doesn't mean anything. Even if it's a soulmate, you still can approach these people, right? You have to just let things go. No, we're twin flames, so it's just gonna no. But partnerships, too, is partnerships regardless, so it doesn't have to be a soulmate. It's interesting, and this like withdrawal, emotional withdrawal, but you know, it's like they're asking you to like, I feel like they're asking you to walk away from something. But let me see. I have a Black Moon Astrology deck, which which I want to use, and I'm going to use it. Interesting. Oh, this is so amazing. Look at this. Chiron. Healing. Chiron is not really a planet. It was discovered in 1977. It's a comet, and it's it's like ruled by Saturn and Uranus, which is an interesting mix because Saturn is like old, like traditional, and Uranus is like, right, like revolutionary. But it's also related to Virgo and Sagittarius, mutable signs, which is interesting. So if that's anyone in your circle, it's like comes under the spiritual healing, the spiritual union card, this Two of Cups card. So perhaps there is a relationship that there's a partnership that you're in, and you're in need of healing. There's like an interesting message here because it's like underneath the withdrawal comes the Neptune, which is sacrifice. Neptune is like Pisces. Neptune is like a planet of emotions, emotional withdrawal. It's like a emotion. It's like 8, 9. It's also the Pisces card, which is interesting. So there could be a Pisces in your life. So there's this feeling of you needing to heal your heart, maybe you've been through a really bad relationship, or you've been through a partnership and it's done now, and it's just like your heart needs healing. You need to like find out way to just walk away from it. You just need this and sacrifice, like I love that it's all green, so it's like the heart chakra. Perhaps you need to like, there's a lot of green here, so it's interesting to find like in your honesty, being honest with yourself. Can you look into your heart and say that you really have forgiven this person? And it doesn't need to be like a current, because maybe you have a really good relationship right now, but there's this healing of a past relationship, a healing of like what I just said in the beginning, the intro, if you didn't listen to it, I talked about Mercury in retrograde and where Mercury is shadow. So it's almost like this bringing up of the old, and now you're needing to heal it. And then this like material harvest comes in with Aries I am card, which is the you card, which is awesome. So it's like almost saying, like I talk a little bit about how like maybe you're not honest with your finances and whatever, but maybe it's in healing your emotional side, in healing this partnership, in healing this relationship, or in healing these old relationships. Like, you know, like I don't know if I've talked to you precisely, Aries, about energetic cutting of cords, but there's a lot of this going on right now because we're in this like 5D movement. We're like heading into like a new earth. We're heading into something new, and there's a lot of us that need to energetically cut cords with people, loved ones, like family members, like really good friends, people that we trusted, people that we loved dearly, but they're not on the same path. So a lot of us are needing to release, and I feel that is your direction. And this is where the honesty is like, let's be honest with ourselves. Let's find a way forward, and be that Aries, be that I am card. This is who you are. You're all about identity. You're all about the Aries card is a body. Like go into your body and find that movement forward. Like find that strength inside you. Be that ram, right? And maybe money will come. Maybe more abundance will come because you're cutting those cords that you need to cut. Wow. I love the way these things turn out. And I love it's like the sacrifice card. It's like you're just like, it's almost telling you just hold back. I don't know, patience. Okay, oh, look at these cards here. All right, so I want to give you a final message from Spirit. I love these cards. I find them so heartwarming, profound. I did this in my chakra reading, if you haven't seen it yet. Aries, please. A final message for Aries. a father's love. If anyone out there has lost a father, a grandfather, or a male in your life, a father's love for his son or daughter never dies. The strength gained from such love is often unquantifiable, in that it can be tapped into at any time, for whatever reason, whether your father is still here or has passed. A father's love is one of the strongest bonds any of us will ever experience. That's so beautiful. But this could be interesting because it could also relate to this, what we're talking about here. So if you're having to energetically cut a cord with a father or grandfather, or someone that's not aligned with you, it's an important message, right? It's like, it's not easy. It's not easy to energetically cut cords. It's not easy to face, to be honest with yourself and to face these things, face these adversity in front of you. It's like, right? But I feel like there's lots of healing coming for you. And healing will be had if you do this. Healing will be had if you are honest with yourself about these relationships in your life. And like, it's clear that abundance is here. It's clear that you're coming into your own again, Aries. I love this reading for you this week. Boom. So this is a beautiful reading. So, but it's still, I mean, there's like work to do, but healing is work. People don't realize that, but it's a lot of work. You can do this. All right. I hope to see you next week in March. And happy full moon. I love you. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Taurus, my bulls. We got discipline. I can accomplish what I set my mind to. So, in the Instagram poll, I discussed that I felt like maybe some of the Taurus were a bit distracted. Might be distracted this week. We've been haven't been following our journey or our path. We haven't been following our routine, I guess, which who is following a routine nowadays? But it just feels like there's some of you that are putting a lot of pressure on yourselves. I feel like that. There's a lot of you like, well, you know, I have to do this and I have to do this. But I think it's time that we have to realize that we don't have to do anything. We have to step away from these obligations, this routine, because we're heading into a world where it's not routine. But I'm curious to see what else there is for you. So let's see what Taurus, what is there for Taurus, please? Taurus, this week, last week of February, please, Taurus. Four of Cups, discontentment and boredom. Two of Wands, the waiting game, sorry. I always have to what? And the Four Chakra. Heart chakra, people. It's so beautiful. I'm pulling three, and then I'm going to pull three others with another deck. And then we have the Eight of Pentacles, which is positive movement forward. I like to see that. So here we start with, should I pull out the other ones? I'm going to pull out the other ones so that it's all here in front of us. So Taurus, please. Four of Cups, interesting. Two of Wands, please. And the Heart Chakra. Wow, beautiful. So we get the Four of Cups, discontent. Four of Cups is this feeling of anxiety, this feeling of boredom, but it's also a feeling of like you're stuck, and you're not sure of where you want to put your energy. You're almost like confused, and it's like the Four of Cups is that energy where, I don't know if you can see this, there's like at the bottom there's all these rainbow lights. That's like source is here, like spirit is here, like your guides are around you and they're here to help you. Don't reject them, and don't forget that they're there, kind of thing. Oh, that's really good. And then the water element comes out underneath, which is sensing. The water element is all about emotions, right? So you're deep into something. You're dealing with some emotions. You're maybe like with this Mercury retrograde, that it brought up a lot of old traumas, old patterns, old belief systems, and here you are, you're like, oh, I'm like done, right? This feeling of straying, almost. You're like straying off the path. And that's why they're like, maybe you need to go back to like disciplining yourself, Taurus, in understanding your path and understanding the journey and like sticking with the journey. Interesting. Okay. And then the waiting game, which is the Two of Wands, comes out with the Capricorn card. So Capricorn is all about this. They're high achievers. They're ambitious. They're very like dry, like even cold sometimes, right? And they're at maybe this waiting game. The two of Wands, though, it's like, for me, is this like there's these two journeys, right? They're both trees. With trees of life is like the center. It's our breath. So it's almost like whichever way you take, it's a good decision. So I feel like there's whatever that's harboring you, whatever that's like that you've been you're weighing, like there's something holding you back, which is this Four of Cups, something holding you back, and they're saying that it's okay though, whichever road you take, you're going to be fine, right? With the Capricorn coming underneath, it's like it's like validation to that. So it's like the Capricorn energy is like a doer, right? They're going like, do it, doesn't matter. Like, don't diddle daddle around and just do. Interesting. And then the heart chakra comes out, which is beautiful because that's where we need to be. We need to be in our heart chakra at all times. We need to be there to find this breath, right? And this Four Cups energy is the heart, is from the heart. You're like, everyone, we need to be going towards this heart and compassion. This is where the trajectory should be. Heart green. And this Jupiter returns. It's wow. So Jupiter is like all about, it's the luckiest planet. It's all about what's new. It's all about destiny. It's all about fate. And here it's like they're showing you the benefits. They're showing you that when you go from your heart, I don't know, I feel like I'm really feeling here that there are some of you out there that are, I know I'm talking generally, like I'm not even going into relationships or whatever, but I feel like some of you, I think this is like a personal journey again. Last week was a personal journey as well. I think we're all going through personal journeys personally, but there's like, it could also be that you're feeling bored in a relationship and you're not happy in the relationship, and it's like your emotions are rising and you're like, do I stay, do I go? And then they're like, go to your heart space. What is your heart telling you? Jupiter is there, like Jupiter is that lucky planet, right? So that's like weigh out the benefits, like do a pro and cons list, like do whatever you need, like maybe go back into that kind of zone again. It could be, I don't feel like it's a work thing. It could be a work thing, but I don't feel like it could be. I feel like it's a relationship or a friendship or like a partnership or something like with a person or with yourself. I feel like it's like a lot with yourself, and you're kind of stuck, and you're like you're wanting to move forward, like this Four of Cups, like in the distance, that palace, right, and the bright sunshine and the rainbow, and like you're holding, you're not 100%, like you're not 100% done, right? You're still holding on to that railing. You're still like, there's hope. There's hope, and I feel like all of it is all about you going into your heart chakra. You should check out my chakra, pick a card reading. I have the heart chakra there as well. But I wanna, and I like this Eight of Pentacles, it's like positive movement forward. So, and this Nine of Wands, spiritual strength. It's like, oh wow, and the Nine of Cups, fulfillment and wishes. So there's a lot of like positivity here for you. There's just this like hurdle. There's a hurdle, and it's okay, right? And like I said, the Mercury retro probably brought up all these things, and you're like, wow. And we're powerful beings of light. We just need to go and grab all that light inside us and remember who we are, and like come out of these lower density energies. Go to our heart, because in the end it's all about you and finding your spiritual strength, right? Finding your power within you. Look how beautiful underneath this is Venus. Love for yourself, Taurus. I'm going to give you one last message, which is a spirit message for Taurus, please. What is the message for Taurus throughout? Stay connected. Beautiful. We are all born connected to spirit, often known as a divine source. Yet many of us have a tendency to pull away from that connection as we journey through life in the physical world. Now is an important time to reconnect to the source. Hello! That's exactly what we're saying here. Go to source. Where do you find source? In your chakra. I think this is so beautiful. What a great message. I mean, there's work to do, there's emotional work. There's a lot of emotions coming out here. But like we can tap into this Capricorn energy, which is our fellow earth sign. The Capricorn energy is a bit more rigid than we are, even though we are, like Taurus is. But maybe we need to tap more into that, right? So to help us through this little like nook that we're in. But it's all about going to the heart space. It's like discipline. But I like the message, I can accomplish what I set my mind to, right? So I like better the message than the actual word of that. It's like, do what is in your heart, just go with it. Because in the end, that's what it is. It's all about that, right? All right, Taurus. I hope this resonated with some of you. If not, then go do your rising and your moon or your birth. I will see you in March. I love you. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Gemini, and welcome to your last week of February reading. So we pulled the Courage card, which is a beautiful card. I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. So some of you, I feel like, are needing some courage, some bravery, some confidence, this beautiful sun, kind of. So this week, and that's okay, everybody needs something this week. These cards flew out, and I want to show you what they are. This is the Crown Chakra, which is the top of your head, which is enlightenment, which is your awakening, which is your direct connection to source. Oh, look at that. And third eye chakra flew out. So some of you are maybe on the spiritual path and you're finding yourself like, and you need more courage to go forward. I don't know. And then we have triumphant success, Ace of Swords. That is beautiful. And then we have Five of Pentacles underneath, which is financial and material changes. The Five of Pentacles is like lack and scarcity. It's like your fear of not having enough money, or maybe your fear of your finances. So let's see. I'm pulling out at the same time cards from this Black Moon Astrology deck. So crown chakra, please. This one. The South Node, life's debts. Interesting. Two of them. Uranus, planet of Uranus, which is the Aquarius, and the lunar eclipse, change. Wow, what a powerful reading we have here. So right away I see with this crown chakra and this third eye is that you're, like I said, you're either, some of you are on this spiritual awakening and you are either tapping into your crown chakra and your third eye, which is here, which is your intuition, which is your inner knowing. This is like your, I keep showing that, but you know, have you seen that? Which is your like connection to God, right? Connection to the universe. So either with this courage card, I feel like some of you have lost connection to it, and they're asking you to find that courage again, to find that courage and to just easily connect. It's very easy to connect with your spirit guides. They're there with you right now. Just turn around and say, yo, I want a sign, and they'll give you a sign. But if you're afraid, they won't, right? So it's just all about you. It's giving them permission to be there. But I mean, also the crown chakra and the third eye chakra, it's also like maybe you're feeling something. Maybe you're wanting to go into a healing business. Maybe you're wanting to I feel more that you're wanting to tap into your intuition, and you're wanting to tap into, you want to join the journey that a lot of your friends are on, or maybe whatever, but you're lacking somewhere and you're almost feeling guilty about it, which you shouldn't. And here it's like success. Don't worry about it. Like this is the Ace of Swords energy, which is like mental energy, which is like getting into like it's divine enlightenment. Like it's like this energy. Like you can have success with that. You can become connected to source. It's interesting. Like the Uranus is like this genius is like, be a rebel. People are making fun of you. Like people around you are not really supportive of this journey that you're on. People around you, I feel like that. I feel like there's this like something hanging over your head. Maybe you're in a situation right now that is like out of your control, and you're trying to tap into your intuition, and you're trying to tap into these things, and it's just not working. And you're like, oh, like fuck that, right? Like screw that, it's not working. So you're feeling a bit betrayed at this moment in time from your spirit team, from source, from God, whoever it is that you relate to. But they're saying here, no, we're here. It's time for you to step into that power of yours and like be that like rebel that you are, and get ready for change. Because change, whenever you feel like out of whack, or there's something that's happening to you, like what is going on? Why is this happening to me? It's always, there's a reason behind it, right? There's like, either it's something that happened karmically in your past and you're having to overcome it, or it also could be a little nudge to say, hey, you see what's going on here? Wake up. Like it's like a jolt into like, we're here. We're here to help you through this. Just ask. Find that courage inside you and ask. I don't feel like there's I don't feel like there's no relationship here. That it's really all about you right now and this life debt. And there's some of you like holding it, you're being bogged down by finances, and you're being bogged down by money issues, and you're being bogged, like, I'm not sure like if I have enough money. When you think lack of money, then lack of money is attracted to you. It is what it is. It's exactly that. In this world, what a beautiful, we are light beings in a human body, and we're living in an illusion. And all this lack and scarcity is an illusion. You're creating that in your mind, even though you're like, no, I gotta pay my rent. How am I gonna pay my rent? Whatever. But think abundance. I want you to like start seeing yourself as a fully abundant human being. See yourself. It's time to start to dream big. It's time to start to be this warrior, this success. Believe that you are a successful human. The more that you imagine, the more that you see the bigger picture of things, the more you envision greatness, I'm telling you right now, it's going to come to you. And here they're telling you to hone in on your crown and your third eye. So hone in on this intuition. We are all psychic. We all have psychic abilities. We all have spiritual gifts. I feel like they're saying it's time to tap into that, Gemini. Even if you think I'm whack and you don't agree with it, it's all here in the cards. There's changes coming. Change in the world is coming. And now it's time to tap into our energy and our power inside of us, and to step away from this lack and scarcity, because look who's here to give you that nudge again, the universe. It's time to take that power that you have in your hands, in your body, and go for it. Regardless of what people say around you, it's enough now what people say around us, because it doesn't matter if they're talking shit with you, then should not be around you. It's like it's time to step into that power, that rebelliousness. Your Uranus energy is like innovation. It's new. It's like you're seeing new visions. Like it's time to be visionary about your life. So what is the final message for my beautiful Gemini? Forgiveness. Forgiveness. Holding on to resentment and anger is preventing or even suffocating your spiritual growth. Resentment is one of the strongest and most damaging of human emotions. The act of forgiveness in its own right is equally incredibly powerful, and it has the capacity to heal and transform. Oh my God, so beautiful this. Forgiveness, I could tell you from personal experience, is how I cleanse spiritually, is by forgiving myself and forgiving another person. And here it's like I feel like you need to start forgiving yourself. Forgive yourself for like feeling the lack. Forgive yourself, or forgive others around you who are making fun of your spiritual journey, or forgive yourself for not being at the success that you want to be. Forgive yourself for all of it. Forgive yourself for not being so courageous. Forgive yourself for wallowing in your self-pity. It's okay. We're allowed to do that for a short time, because we always have to be rising those vibrations. Right. Find that bravery inside you. Gemini, you got it. And you are so connected. Reach out to those spirit team, your guides, your angels, whoever you believe in, God, source, universe, whatever it is. Reach out, because they're here this week for you very strongly. All right. I love you, Gemini. I'll see you in March. Oh, my beautiful Cancer, and we got abundance in reverse. Now, I don't know if these are reverse cards, but I kept it in reverse because it was an important message. I'm a limitless being and I can manifest whatever I desire in this physical reality. So I'll keep it upright and we'll discuss it in both levels because abundance is ours regardless, right? We are spiritual beings of light. We are fully abundant. We have abundance of love and light and money and whatever you consider abundant. We have it. It's all within us. We just don't see it because we are stuck in this lower dimensional reality that we live in. But the abundance in reverse card came out was interesting. So it felt like either because you're not believing in it, you're not believing that you are a fully abundant light being in a body, you're maybe spending too much money, or maybe you're giving too much love, or you're overcompensating for something that you don't need to because you have it. You're fully abundant, Cancer. So let's see what the cards have to say for us. For Cancer, please, for the last week of February. Yes, I see you want to come out. The Nine of Pentacles. Who just got this? Someone just got this. The Two of Swords, mental conflict. And the Four, it's the Emperor card. Okay, Aries card. And underneath is the Ace of Swords. The Gemini just got this. So I'm going to take out 3 other cards from this Black Moon Astrology deck, which has been really good so far. So we got this for somebody too, but anyways, it's normal. Life's purpose. So right away we have material harvest, which is the Nine of Pentacles, which is about independence, money, financial independence. So here we are, and then I want to show you all the cards because it's very interesting. So this is the Two of Swords, mental conflict. You're like, you're trying to decide between 2 things, 2 paths. What do I do? Do I go here? Do I go right? Do I go, so it's interesting. And then you have an Aries card here, the Emperor card, which is this like, I am in control. I have authority. I know what I want, right? I know how to be abundant. So it's like a fully control, and then it's interesting. So, and I'm going to just talk about these cards. So we have the Virgo card here, which is the 6th house, which is routine, which is we're going to full moon in Virgo on Saturday, which is beautiful that this shows up. It's all about you going into like detail, figuring out your work life routine. And then we have Venus, love. And then we have Jupiter returns, which is like the benefits that you can reap from all this that you're learning here. And Jupiter is all about luck. It's all about destiny, fate. So it's really like interesting here. I feel like they're like, I love this card. Like he's looking down at his harvest and his hands are like facing up, and it's almost like, you got this, Cancer. If you want it, you got it. You want money, you can have it. You want like a blossoming of your career, or if you're in school or whatever you're doing, you got it. You can have it. It's yours because inherently it is yours, right? But maybe you need to like start a little routine. Maybe you need to like put yourself on a schedule. Maybe you need to like figure out how can I achieve my financial independence? Like, oh yes, I know I am fully independent and financially fully abundant, but here it's like the 6th house is that time for you to like okay, so maybe do I need to spend all this money on food, or do I need to spend all this money on clothes, or do I need to spend all this money? Maybe I need to figure out like a budget to be very 3D about this. So, but then there's like this like Venus love shows up, right? So are you having and there's like the Two of Swords energy. So is there like, are you having a conflict when it comes to love? Are you like in a relationship, having a conflict when it comes to even a family relationship? Is there like, you know that you're fully abundant, the love is there, but there's this like part of you that's like, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. There's like this very interesting energy here, because there's that Aries energy, this Emperor energy that's telling you it's time, Cancer, just to like hone in on yourself, love yourself. If you need to bring a routine a little bit in your life, do it if you want. But I feel like for me here is that you are headed towards like success. Like that is part of you. This is your abundance. You're like, yes, it wasn't reversed because I feel like you maybe are not aware of how abundant, fully abundant you are. I think this is the card of this whole reading, because I feel like this is what they're trying to tell you. It's like you have it all in your hands, and you're conflicted because maybe you spend too much money, maybe you order too much things on Amazon, which we shouldn't be ordering Amazon, or you spend too much money on whatever, and it's just like they're saying, maybe take it easy this month. Maybe like Venus, like maybe you're in a relationship and like maybe you spend too much money in this relationship, or it's just like, it's like this, go back to love within yourself. Set up a little routine if you need to, but become your boss, your own boss again when it comes to money or abundance. Become your stop letting like your ego take over here. Stop saying, oh well, I don't have enough money for this, or I can't do this, or because of like, it's like, it's okay if you create a little routine, create a little budget, whatever, and it's okay. Just do that for a month. It's not a big deal. Don't let the ego get in the way of anything. Ego sucks, eh? It's interesting. Okay, let me get you a little message from Spirit, but I really like this. It's very interesting. It's almost like a reminder of how powerful you are, Cancer, and how much love you have inside you, and how abundant you can be. But maybe like the only like piece of advice is that you can like just create a little budget for yourself this week, and that's going to help you through this. I think it's kind of beautiful. Reach out. Reach out. We know you're reaching out right now for help due to a current situation. Support is as much about the physical act of accepting help where offered as it is about the emotional benefits and learning that it's truly okay to accept support however it's presented to you. Okay, Cancer, are you? Reach out if you need money. It's not a big deal. Reach out if you need emotional support. Reach out if you need help when it comes to like this mental conflict. You know, you got family and friends around you. Reach out to them because you're full of love and everyone else is too. All right, Cancer. This is an interesting reading. Like I said, we didn't go into like specifics of, I think it was all about you and your journey with abundance, but go into your heart, like I keep saying to everybody else. Do this little like routine if you need to, just to get your ducks in order, but I think it's all good. We got this. I love you, and I'll see you in March. Hello, my beautiful Leo, and welcome to your weekly reading. We pull the Envy card. I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges. So I felt like maybe some of you were envious of people around you with luxury or status or something like this. But I wanted to read a little bit about the envy here in the card to get a better feeling of it. So you must learn to accept that the obstacles in your life have been chosen by you. To be jealous of the soul path of another is to doubt your ability to judge what is best for you. It is human nature to covet the perceived luxuries of someone on a different journey, but to try to emulate him or her is not being true to your own guidance. You have chosen this life in these circumstances for a reason. By disregarding that and following in your footsteps of another, you are only setting yourself up for confusion and disappointment. Be authentic to your inner voice, because only you know what is in your best interests. If you don't follow your own path, you will have to reincarnate in an attempt to learn your original lessons again. Okay. All right. So, I mean, obviously this is a general reading. It's not everybody. Oh, every Leo out there has been envious. So it could be a past life thing coming to bite you in the ass. Could be karma. But there is something here that you're jealous of, somebody around you. Doesn't have to be, it could be someone at work, it could be in a relationship, it could be a friend, it could be someone who went on vacation and you haven't been on vacation for a year. You know, it could be something silly too. But let's see. Hope, which is the star card, which is already starting out pretty good. This card is the base chakra, which is the root chakra, which is interesting. And the 7 of Cups, which is 7 of Cups. Choose wisely. So I'm going to pull out all the cards. Again, 9 of Pentacles, which is interesting. It's like material harvest. It's come out a few times already. I'm going to pull out the 3 cards from my Black Moon Astrology. For Leo, please. The star card. Okay. Grand Trine. Blessings. Okay. Libra, I balance. And Venus, love. Taurus, I have. Okay, so you have maybe a lot of people in your life. there's like a Venus is already Taurus, Libra, and we have another Libra card here. We have a Taurus card. This is an Aquarius card. So there could be these people in your life that maybe with this envy card are part of that for you. But the root chakra for me, because the root chakra is at the base of your spine. It's an energy center that's in your body that rules stability and prosperity and survival and like everything that has to do with material and physical world. So it's interesting that it shows up here. So there could be this part of you. There's some energy around you, like there's like a love, like a relationship or a friendship that's not going so great. But let's not forget that it came out in reverse, so it's probably you wanting to release this from yourself, right? You're not feeling great about that feeling, and I don't know if this resonates with every single Leo out there, but I'll look at the cards. It doesn't have to always be about the envy, but already I see there's like hope. There's like the star card is about seeing, like having your dreams fulfilled. It's also about like seeing a bigger picture, seeing a brighter side of things. And then you have the blessings underneath. So there's something good that's happening for you this week. But there's also that feeling of that base chakra, which I feel like it's like it's interesting because Libra is all about relationships and Venus is all about relationships. So there is like people around you that, like we said, there could be that are causing you to feel like conflicted. And you know, the Seven of Cups here is this choose wisely card, right? So it's either like you're having to, like some of you who might be on a spiritual journey as well, and you're finding yourself like going towards the light. I could talk, but let me talk. Like, let's say you're a light worker out there and you're watching this, and you're like finding this light within you, and you're feeling the blessings. You're feeling that there's like a lot of their movement with the spirits and the guides, whatever. But you're still stuck a bit in the 3D, right? It's normal. You're still stuck in this, like, I need to make money. I need to like pay my bills. I need to whatever, pay my mortgage. I gotta like still do the physical things in life, right? And the Libra card is like finding that balance. And there could be what I'm feeling a bit because of this card is that there could be, you're on this journey and there's people around you that are a bit higher than you on this journey, and you're kind of like why am I bogged down in this 3D and these people are like up there, right? You could be feeling a bit jealous, which is like 3D to feel that, right? But it's okay again. It's not like, we can't berate ourselves for feeling these things. It's just what it is. It's just, and it's almost like here they're asking you to find this balance, find like, choose wisely, like who is it around you that empowers you? Who is it that around you that lifts you up? Is there, like, stay with those kinds of people. Stay away from those people that are bringing you down. It could also be people around you that are envious of you. I think we've talked about this in previous things, how there's a possibility of that, and that is like up to you to energetically cut the cords with, right? We need to, like, we can't be having this kind of energy around us because it keeps us in the low vibration. And keeping us low in vibration keeps us depressed and worried and anxious and fearful, and we don't want that. We need to be high, happy and freedom and loving, right? And maybe they're asking you to get grounded. Like, look at my chakra balancing, pick a card reading and look at the root chakra and find how you can balance yourself, or ground yourself. Grounding is done through meditation, through yoga, through mindfulness, just being quiet, right? Find like a space, go out in nature. The best way to ground yourself, hands down, is breath, breathing, and going out in nature. Doesn't matter if it's snow outside, hugging that tree for 20 seconds will ground you. So I really do actually feel like a group of you, there are people around you that are envious of your light worker journey, let's say, or envious of your job, that you're very good, or envious of your love life, like you're balanced and you're full. And this choose wisely comes in, it really makes me like feel like you're actually being asked to choose the people around you. If you're envious of someone, then you don't need to be around these people because they're obviously bringing you down. If they're envious of you, well, you don't need to be around these people because they're bringing you down. So it's very simple, right? It's like, go to where the light go to where your light shines the brightest, and blessings will come your way. Don't you like when it all comes together? I love it. And there's a Taurus underneath, which is the I have card, which is again this physical world card. The Taurus is all about stability, about like prosperity. It's all about the same thing, abundance, having. So I feel like there is this energy of you. There's some of you that want, and are envious of others, and it's like, no, you gotta get yourself grounded, find your balance, find your love again, find your heart, go there. Don't even play in those things, because then it just stops you from moving forward in a positive light. And then if there's people around you, the group that's around you that's envious of either your bright light of a light worker, or that's your job or your relationship, whatever, we don't need that kind of person around in our life. Even though they're your family, there's ways to energetically cut cords with people. I have a link in my YouTube video, you can check it out. Luna Nate, she does an energetic cutting of cords. Find that from her. It's like phenomenal. All right, I'm going to give you one last spirit message. You know, once I get like more subscribers, I'll do longer videos for each sign, but for now, we're going to do it like this. All right, ground yourself. I can't make this shit up, man. Ground yourself. Oh my God, I love it. All right. So, being distracted, unfocused, tired, irritated, impatient are all signs that you're ungrounded. Now is the time to become centered and allow spirit to help you ground yourself and reconnect with the divine source. I mean, that's what we're talking about. Getting grounded. I love this. I love the way spirit works. So that's your final message. Get grounded, my beautiful Leo. You can do this. Find your space. Find your breath. Breathe in 6 to 7 seconds. Breathe out through your nose, not through your mouth. Breathe out in your nose, out your nose. Do it 3, 4 times. Even if you just do it once. You know, if you're ever feeling anxious or you're ever feeling like really stressed, breathe in 7 seconds or 6 seconds. Breathe out as much as you can. If you can do 10, 11 seconds, please do. But do as much as you can and breathe out 6, 7 seconds or 11. You can instantly say bye-bye to anxiety. It's so easy, but... All right, I love you, Leo, and I will see you in March. Hello, my beautiful Virgo, and we picked the Peace card, which is I am a being of love and I release all negative energy. I just wanted to read you from the book because it's always nice to see what the authors have to say. And it says, this is a gentle reminder that balance in the mind is imperative in order for your soul to live its true nature. At this time in your life, you are to learn the value of peace and quiet and the joy of being still. One can never be truly connected to the source when the mind is engaged with unneeded chatter. Look around your life and be conscious of what elements are taking you away from the peaceful nature of your soul. Who or what is interrupting the solitude? It's time to reconcile past hurts and perceived injustices. Your peace may also be fostered by changing your outside view. Create harmony around you physically with order and calm. Trust the voice of your higher self to create an environment in which you can truly be in tune with your soul. Wow. So I really like that idea of like, since we're heading into full moon in Virgo, I like the idea of going into finding your center, right? I felt like when I was touching that card in the Instagram poll, I felt like there was a lot of, I felt like some of you are under pressure to be a certain way, or I felt some of you had like a lot of like chatter, what it said, a lot of this going on in your head, and you're being asked to find that peace inside your soul. So that's really beautiful. Let's see what else Spirit has for you. The 7 of Pentacles, patience and planning. The 9 of Swords, suffering and silence. And the root chakra, which came out for Leo. So root chakra, interesting. And the 4 of Swords, rest and rejuvenate. That's really cool. I'm going to pick out my other cards to clarify, so it's the whole picture is in front of me. So the full moon in Virgo means that that full moon in Virgo means that you will be very sensitive. for the next 2 weeks. It's in your sign, so it's like usually like you're a mutable sign, so all the mutable signs are affected the most, which is like Gemini, Sagittarius, Pisces, and you. So, but you more than ever here. So I got Mercury retrograde, reinvention, Saturn return, age. I feel like going here. The Grand Cross, the Provoker. What do we have underneath? Virgo. I love it. I love it. It's just so amazing. I'm gonna keep her out because this is who you are. Okay, so it's so interesting. Patience and planning. This is like the Seven of Pentacles. It's all about you putting the seeds down, watching something grow in your life. Maybe it's a family, maybe it's a business, maybe it's ideas, but it's you finding that patience, which is, it's you, right? This is an earth sign card, right? It's like a Taurus card, but it's like you, right? I love it. And it's like Mercury retrograde, reinvention. So it's like, when we are in Mercury retrograde, what is it we're having to like face those challenges, face that chatter, face these things. Like, we're not in peace, we're not in calm and quiet because there's a lot happening around us. We're not able to make these big decisions because we're so much going on. We have adversity, and here it's like, it's exactly this energy. It's like almost like, don't do anything big, be patient, do the planning, don't worry, because reinvention will happen after now we are in Mercury in shadow, so it's indirect, so it's kind of interesting. And then we have this Nine of Swords energy for some of you out there that is like suffering in silence. Like, I feel like some of you are very I really feel like there's a big part, some of you out there that are really not feeling this peace and quiet. And I don't know, I feel like there's some of you that the root chakra is all about, security. It's about the physical world. It's about scarcity and lack, right? Those are your biggest, like, the downfalls of the root chakra. That's why you're not grounded, because you're fearful. You're in a survival mode, which is kind of like this, like you're some of you are not in a good place right now, and you're not being vocal about it. You're not talking about it with your mate or your friends. And there's an interesting there's an interesting part of you that's just like, right now you're just sitting. I really, and there's Saturn return. Saturn is all about tradition. It's all about boundaries, but age. It's like some of you are afraid of growing old. Some of you are worried about death. Some of you are worrying about these, about like growing older, or like your health, or there's a lot of this feeling here. And that's where I think Spirit is coming in, because it's interesting, because it's Grand Cross, it's a provoker. It's almost like they're asking you to like step outside the boundaries that you're putting on yourself and find your way to grounding. Like, find a way to ground yourself, find a way to this peace and calm and quiet, because there's a lot going on in your head right now, Virgo. There's like two groups here I'm feeling. One group is like, they're like, oh my God, I need to plan for my future. I need to do this. I need to create this. You have like 1,000 things on your board. Let's say you have a vision board or a peg board, and you're like, this is what I need to do. This is what I gotta do. You're being very Virgo and like analyzing and putting like all the to-do lists and then organizing. You're like, it's almost like, whew, no, it's too much. And there's another group of you that is have set things in motion, but you're really not aligned with your soul. You're not aligned, right? You're still in the Mercury retrograde moment. You're still like bogged down with like heavy emotions. You're being bogged down with like really low vibe energies, which is like the fears, which is what we're talking about, which is the worries and the anxieties and the stresses of life and this fear of aging and this like, oh man, we gotta obliterate these like energies. And I think I said this with the Leo, the really important for you right now, Virgo, since we're heading full moon in Virgo, it's you're finding your cosmic consciousness. You're like finding your I am. It's time to ground. Breathe. Go into like breathe in for 7 to 12 seconds or how much you can. Breathe out through your nose 3 times. The morning and the day and the night. Breathe. Ground yourself. See that light. I bring in the light and I see it going down all the way down my body, and I see it going down and rooting myself into earth. Doesn't matter if you're in an apartment building, doesn't matter. It's just imagination. That ground yourself. Go in nature, please go in nature. Go kiss it, hug that tree. Have a tree in the back of your apartment, your house. Please go and hug it. I really feel like some of you are in need of a lot of peace and quiet. Stop putting so much pressure on yourself to do. It's not necessary. Look at this. This is underneath the 4th house, which is the Cancer, which is family, roots. Like, come on. It's like home life. It's like finding your root again. This is the root chakra. It's like finding your grounding. And it's like rest. This is the 4 of Swords. It's like it's time to rest and rejuvenate. It's time to go in, Virgo. This week we're asking you to like stop the planning, stop the freaking chatter, stop all this. Try to get out of all this low vibe energies. Don't worry about your age. We are immortal. We can live forever if you want to. You will see one day. Now, spirit message from Spirit. Inspire passion. Life devoid of passion can be a boring, uninspired, blank canvas that slowly drains the soul. Now's the time to reignite your passions and rejoin life. This is an opportunity to set new goals, which will in turn reconnect you with all that is sacred. Well, we don't want you setting up too many goals. Not too much planning, no to-do lists, but reigniting your passion. I love that. That's a good way to ground yourself. Find something that you love. Is it creating puzzles? Is it writing? Is it drawing? Is it knitting? Like anything you want. Is it baking? It's whatever it is. Find that. Do that. Find that peace and quiet in that. That is a beautiful message from Spirit. I love it. Find that passion inside you and do it. And get grounded, my beautiful Virgos. I love you, and I'll see you in March. Hello, my beautiful Libras, and look what we got. We got freedom. Freedom is I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. Yes, you do, because I am a firm believer that we can create our own reality. Freedom is part of the reality that I would want to be part of. Freedom and happiness and compassion, anything you want, whatever. Freedom. What does freedom mean to you? Maybe some of you are in a relationship and you're freeing yourself from this relationship. Kudos. Maybe some of you are finding freedom in a relationship. Great. Maybe some of you finding freedom at work. Maybe you're freeing yourself. You're traveling finally. Something. What is it? What is it? Let us look with the tarot cards. What it is. Maybe some of you are not feeling free, and you're like seeking freedom. And it's understandable because some of us have been stuck in home for like a year with our mates and our partners and our friends, and we can see everything there. The moon, shadow. This is good. I like it. I'm just gonna take here. Seven of Cups. Choose wisely. And the Fool card, which is freedom exemplified. But you've gotten this so many times. I love this, Libra. And we got spiritual union, the Two of Cups, soulmate energy. So, but I love this shadow card. This, you got moon and the new beginnings. Now I'm going to pull out 3 more cards from this Black Moon Astrology deck. Life's Debts, Uranus, Genius, Life's Purpose. Interesting. So it's interesting because you got the North Node and the South Node. The North Node is the top of the dragon's head, and the South Node is the bottom of the dragon's head. This is astrologically, and it's like the life purpose and the life debts. So it's like it's like a very Gemini moment here. We're like at the complete opposites, which is interesting because I guess the moon and the new beginning and a Fool card is kind of the opposite too. It's like this is a new beginning. This is like looking within your shadow, right? So wow, we have some interesting energies here. Let's see what's at the bottom of this deck. Cancer, I feel. So moon is Pisces. The Fool card is Aquarius. So if those people are in your life, great. But we have some interesting energies here. So the moon card is like going deep into your shadow self, going, trying to understand with the freedom. So maybe if some of you have to go into a dark night of the soul to get to this freedom, maybe some of you have to go through the darker energies. Maybe some of you have to deal with these low vibe energies in your life. We all have to go through the dark night of the soul to get to the light. So some of you might be in this moment right now. Some of you might be tapping into your intuition and like finding like the third eye, getting connection with this. And that's the freedom that you're feeling. So it's really interesting because a lot of you, there's this feeling of new beginning and this life purpose. So a lot of you are either starting this new beautiful spiritual journey that a lot of billions of people or millions of people right now are on, and you're jumping into something new, or maybe you're jumping something new when it comes to work. And it's like, or maybe it's something to do with totally different from your work, from your relationship. It has to do with like a new practice, a new business, a new project, and it's like cultivating from something in your life, but it's coming out differently, like it's blooming into something different, because the Uranus is that genius. It's like it's innovation, it's high tech, it's like it's all about building the new, like but futuristic, right? Innovative, like revolutionary almost. And then you have this life debt. This is like, oh, so many people here. Oh my God. So there's some of you that are dealing with some heavy emotions. Like some of you are dealing with like scarcity and lack in your life. You're thinking that you're like, you're needing freedom out of this, your finances, let's say, like, or your job is not paying you enough or whatever, but you're like, oh, I need to break away from that, right? Because there's this choose wisely, 7 of Cups. I feel like the cups are all here. We have to choose between them. There's this like, do you want to step into the new? Then it's time to do that. Like these 3 cards, it's like that. It's like some of you are stepping away from a relationship that's not working. Some of you are stepping away from work that's just keeping you down. Some of you are stepping away from people that are keeping you down. Just people, I think it's more, some of you stepping into the spiritual journey and they're like, wow, I see my life purpose now. I'm here to heal people. I'm here to help people. I'm here to like help humanity. I'm here to, but I feel like, because there's this like spiritual union, this 2 of Cups energy, which is like a relationship, a soulmate energy. So I feel like some of you either, I don't actually feel anyone going into one. I feel people stepping out of a relationship more than that because of this moon card. It's like you're finding the deep shadows within this relationship and you're starting to see it for what it is, and you're like, yo, I got to move. I got to get out of here. Yeah, and it's like Cancer card, which is like very emotion card. It's very feel. So whatever it is though, it feels good. It feels like I feel free. I feel my heart expanding. So whatever some of you have to make, actually are making a decision. I feel like you're making a decision. Whatever it is though, I would like to give you a piece of advice is to, it's okay to uncover the shadow self, but it's time to release it, to forgive it and let it go. So if you're in a relationship and it's not working out, it's like, let them go, but forgive them and let them go. Release. Don't harbor. Don't keep that. But it also, shadow is like your inner demons. It's not enough to bury it away. We need to say goodbye to it, but I love you, I forgive you, bye-bye, right? So that it's like away from you, and freedom can be had from that. Because if you don't release it, then it just stays and it comes back. As we know, just keeps coming back. So like, it's almost like choose wisely. Choose how do you want to leave your partner, how do you want to leave yourself, how do you leave yourself, how you want to like say goodbye to these low vibe energies. Like I said, leave your partner. You don't have to be leaving your partner. It also is confronting the partner. It's like a new beginning, a new path in this relationship. But there is this feeling of freedom, this feeling of like starting anew, starting fresh, starting on your life purpose. Okay, so I'm going to pull out a message from Spirit for Cancer, because I saw Cancer. For Libra. Light. Do you like the way I pronounce it? Imagine yourself as a being composed of energy and light, because in reality, that's precisely what you are. You are a powerful being, and people are attracted to your brilliance. This is the time to remember how vibrant you truly are. This is what I say every single day. This is who you are. This is this. When you acknowledge the light that you are free from all this low vibe. You're free from the fears and anxiety, the stresses that follow you. You're free from all of that, the shadows around you. Because time to move into new beginnings. It's time to step into your power, to step into the love, step away from the lacks and the fears and the anxiety, the stresses and the doubts and all that. If that lingers in a relationship, if that lingers, whether it's a partnership, whether it's a friendship, a family, it's not for you to be like harboring or keep it going and going. It's like energetic cutting or forgiving and letting go. Forgiving you, forgiving yourself, and forgiving that other person. All right, Libra. I will see you in March. I love you. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Scorpio, and welcome to your reading. We got health card. The health, I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. I thought that it's all about your health. Maybe some of you are lacking in nutrition and exercise, or some of you are great. Some of you are like doing really well during this lockdown, so it's awesome. I also felt there was a group of you that maybe are healers and you're helping people, or you could be healthcare workers, but someone that's like healing other people, helping other people's health. So let's see what is going on this week for Scorpio. I don't feel like it's a negative thing for health here, but maybe it's something to watch out for this week. Maybe you need to drink a bit more water. Maybe you need to eat more alkaline foods, like more veggies. You know the drill. Oh, this card keeps coming up. The Seven of Cups. I guess everybody's got choices to make. The throat chakra. Someone's got to communicate something. And the Three of Swords. Heartbreak and loss. Oh, what's going on, Scorpio? Oh, look at this. We got the Magician cards. Time to create your reality. Okay, I'm going to pull out 3 other cards. My Black Moon Astrology. We got Solar Eclipse Revolution. Yeah, baby. The Lunar Eclipse. We got some eclipses going on here. Change. Changes in the air. Water element, which is you. Sensing. And Pisces, which is your compatriot. So you could be dealing with a Pisces here, but it's very interesting. So we have Seven of Cups energy, which is this energy of like some of you are daydreaming about different things to do in your life. Some of you maybe want to start a health business. Maybe some of you want to be healers. Some of you want to be like going to Reiki or tarot card reading or acupuncture or something in the healing and the holistic health. Or some of you want to be doctors or nurses or go on the front lines. So I don't know, there could be some of that are people thinking about doing other things or that have to do with health. Or it could also be you, like wanting to choose wisely with your nutrition, with your exercise, with your relationships, with your heart. There's so many things with your hobbies and your passions. So, but this I'm going to start here actually. The throat chakra is this, is an energy center in you. So like the higher it speeds up, the better the communication. The lower it is, and the slower, like the harder you are speaking the truth. So the throat chakra could be is that you are having a hard time communicating what it is that you want. And maybe when it comes to health, maybe you're having health issues and you're not communicating to the right people. Or maybe you're again, wanting to do something else in business when it, oop, my ear is ringing, so someone's talking to me. Maybe, I don't know, but I feel like there's like this Three of Swords energy that comes out. So it's very interesting. Like, it's not, it's a general readings, but I feel like some of you actually want to do something else, and maybe a partner or family member or friend or someone around you is not really happy with that. And so you're not being vocal about it. And because they're like, it's almost like they're feeling like heartache, like because you want to do something. That's one group. There could be some of you that are dealing with heartache, and that's why your health is poor. But there's this throat chakra, and maybe you're not speaking up. I feel some of you is this heartache because there's like revolution and change. You know, these energies of like something's got to give, Scorpio. Like, and this water element is emotion. Like your emotions are like with this heartache underneath, like on top. So it's like there's a lot of emotions involved in what it is that's happening here. So like I said, it could be like you are, I really feel with this change, revolutions, that you're wanting to make a change. You're having a hard time speaking about it, and you're feeling bad about it. Your heart is broken, your heart is torn, but you don't know how to vocalize it. And it could be affecting your health. So you need to snap out of this, because the Magician card is like manifesting, create your own reality. It's time to like step into your power and create your own reality. Look at this card that comes out. The Empress card. It's like, it's time to birth your project. Pisces underneath, I believe. Like, it's time to believe in you. Believe in what you want to do with your life. Believe in your... these cards are like, it's like there's something spinning inside you, right? Eclipses are like shadows of the moon, of the sun. There's like, they're wanting to do something, but they're like behind the sun. You know what I'm saying? They're like, I really feel like one group of you is wanting to do something, and you're feeling bad, and you're feeling sad about it, and something's holding you down from making this choice. There's other part of you that are probably feeling heartache for something because you've made a change, and you're emotional about it, and it's affecting your health. Yeah, I don't feel like it's it could be some of you changing your lifestyle completely, but there's this sense of loss here. So either the other person is like not liking your change, and they're making you feel a bit down, and you're having a hard time speaking. You're speaking, being honest with them. But it's up to you to do what you need to do, because the Magician is all about you. This life is your life. You are the light being here. You don't have to feel accountable for everyone in your life. You create your own reality. The other part is just an illusion. Let us find a message from our beautiful spirit team. Spirit messages for Scorpio, please. I know you want to come out. Inspire passion. Life devoid of passion can be a boring, uninspired, blank canvas that slowly drains the soul. Now is the time to reignite your passions and rejoin life. This is an opportunity to set new goals, which will in turn reconnect you with all that is sacred. So, I really feel like this is this. So it's like there's something brewing inside you, Scorpio. You might feel sad about it because it's hurting someone else, or they might be feeling sad about your change, but it's time to do what it is that you're passionate about. So go into that healing business, go into the health business, change your diet, change your way of being, go vegan, whatever it is that you're making this change, do it, because this is your life again. Do it because it's the passion that's igniting inside you, it's blazing inside you, and this is what's going to make you happy, and it's going to make everybody happy in the end. All right, Scorpio, this was fun. I love you, and I'll see you in March. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Sagittarius, and welcome to your weekly reading. I want to read this judgment card that we got in Instagram. I understand that everyone has their own unique paths and challenges. We got it in reverse, but anyways, we'll keep it in reverse, but we'll see what it says. We are all spirit, we are all the same. It's only the roles we have chosen to play here on earth that make us seem different. The biggest lesson you have chosen to learn is to love. There are so many situations in this physical dimension that is possible to incarnate into, but the core lesson is to look past these illusions and see yourself in everyone. Each soul has chosen its own struggles, and your task is not to judge how someone goes about overcoming these obstacles, but to assist that soul. Spirit has given you the tools of compassion and empathy to help you see through the eyes of those who appear different. Your ego has taught you that making other people feel insignificant or inferior, that is an illusion. By diminishing others, you diminish yourself. Accept the lesson with love and understanding. Wow, it's like, boom. Okay, but it was in reverse. So maybe you're letting go of the judgment of people around you. So let's see what's going on. I'm going to do a little shuffle. Too many cards coming out the same. All right. So, Sagittarius, please. All right. Three of Swords. We just got this. Eight of Wands. Accelerated motion. The Empress card. Fertility. Interesting. The Three of Swords is like heartache and loss. Seven of Wands. Stand your ground. I love it. I'm going to pull out all the cards so that we have everything in front of us. Ooh, you want it to come out? Void, of course, Moon. Okay. Missing. Yod is Destiny card. And Mars, Force. Could be an Aries in your life. Could also be a Taurus or Libra. And Revolution. That's what you are, baby. Revolutionary. All right, so judgment. Judging others. You could be judging others. You could be judging yourself. But you're releasing that. It came in reverse for a reason. It's because you want to release that. You don't want to be judging other people. But a lot of you are dealing with some heartbreak or loss. So if there's someone around, if you've broken up with someone, or you've lost someone recently, there's this feeling, maybe you're feeling this judgment. You judge that other person, or you judge yourself for this loss, but it's a really interesting energy here, because this one and this one, like it says destiny, Yod, but this is like a crux in your path, and this one is all about not trusting, like don't, like this week they're telling you with this card, like don't make any big life decisions. Don't make any like if you're thinking about breaking up with someone, don't do it this week. There's some like avoid any big monumental decisions to make. And I'm feeling this heartache. There's like some of you maybe have broken up with someone. Some of you have, or you're just feeling at a loss. You know, we're in this lockdown, and it's understandable. You're not feeling validated. You're not feeling good about yourself. That's really interesting. There's like these three here. There's like these three cards here. They're like a kind of like, there's this one's like a little like a lock in the wheel of destiny, or your destiny is like is at a standstill at this moment, and this one is saying don't make any rash decisions, don't make any movement really. It's really interesting because then you go here and it's like accelerated motion, right? So maybe at the beginning of the week, some of you need to just wallow in this pity of yours, or wallow in this loss, or wallow in this heartbreak that you have, and it's okay to do it. And don't do anything like stay away from solving problems. Stay away from any of that. Stay away from resolutions, or people ask you to like help them with something. Say, I can't help you. I can't help you. But then the next, like, by the end of the week, you have this energy, which is like things will start to move again for you, and like fertility. Whether if you're trying to have a baby, then things will start to happen. But it's more about birthing projects. It's about starting new projects. About nurturing. It's about finding the like. Solidifying relationships with people that, and this Mars, it's like Aries, Empress, so it's like a relationship even, but Mars is that force. It's like revolutionary. It's this kind of energy, this stand in your power, stand in your ground kind of energy. So it's kind of an interesting energy here, and this revolution in the back here. So you have this like slow moving start of the week, which I would stay away from anybody. I would stay away from people who have hurt you. First of all, there's like this feeling here. Don't give them the time or the day. I feel like there's also I feel like some of you on the spiritual path, you've been hurt and you're feeling a bit low, so like just stay away from any like negative energies. But by the time we get to the middle and the end of the week, we're seeing like things start to develop for you. Things are start to get more revolutionary. Things are starting to get more like look, there's like prosperity, there's like fulfillment and wishes. Like it's like things are starting to happen for you by the end of the week. But at the beginning it's a no. And that maybe that's the judgment in reverse. Like it's like you maybe this week you've judged yourself too harshly. Maybe you've judged other people too harshly, and you're feeling that low energy, which is this energy. But by the end of the week, you're gonna be like on fire. It's like, so keep whatever it is that you're doing on a standstill, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, let's say, and like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, there's gonna be like movement. So you're gonna get validation. You're gonna get like some sort of project is gonna start for you. Something that's gonna change, like these two cards, like for Mars is very like warrior-like energy. So something's gonna start to look underneath is the change card. So something's changing, something's moving, movement forward. I kind of like this for you, Sagittarius. I was like worried about this, but I feel like that's maybe like your first, and then you're heading into something great. It's just like freaking about time, man, right? So I'm giving you a spirit message. Oops, this flew out. What do we have here? Stay connected. We are all born connected to spirit, often known as a divine source, yet many of us have a tendency to pull away from that connection as we journey through life in the physical world. Now is an important time to reconnect to source. So anyone on this beautiful light journey with me, then we know we are with source, but maybe at the beginning of the week you're not going to feel so connected to source, but probably you will. And if you're not on this journey and a little bit curious about it, well, this is a sign for you that towards the end of the week or the beginning of the week, if you reach out to your spirit team and your guides, they will respond. Oh yes, they will. So they are here. Connect. It's time to connect. I love you guys. I hope this resonated. If not, you always check your rising and your moon sign. This was kind of cray and I loved it. So I love you, Sagittarius, and I'll see you in March. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Capricorn, and we got the regret card. I know that I cannot change the past. Oh yes, we cannot. We cannot change the past. We can change the present and the future. That's for sure. But interesting, regret. So it's like, so if you're coming from a past relationship, I'm curious to see what these cards have to say for you, because it could be a lot of things. You could be dealing with regret from a work relationship or whatever, something that I hope you're not feeling regret, because that keeps you in the low vibe, and we don't want that, right? So what else is there for Capricorn, please? So we got Nine of Wands, spiritual strength. We like that. The Death card, which is the Scorpio card. And the Six of Wands, which is victory and success. So very, very nice. And we got the Chariot with his triumph. This is a beautiful. So no regrets for you, Capricorn. I like it. So whatever is happening here is there's lots of change, but like recognition for what you're doing. You're standing in your power, your movement. So yeah, okay, no regrets here. Pull out some other cards for you from the full moon, Black Moon Astrology deck. We got the Blessings card, Grand Trine, Mercury in retrograde, Reinvention, which is interesting because transformation, reinvention, and we got the South Node, which is Life's Debts, which does not make sense here, but maybe it will, because it's part of the regret. We have the 10th house, which is the world. This is the 10th house is Capricorn energy. All right, so right away I see change. I feel most of you are not living with regret, which is great. Let's see what the regret has to say in here so we can have a better understanding. The soul doesn't know time. Time is a construct of a physical dimension. To your soul, there is only one big now. Think of the past as the now that has already been created, and the future as the now that has yet to be created. You don't have the power to uncreate the past, so let that go. Your power of creation lies in your awareness of the present. Focusing on the past and letting it dictate the direction of your future is taking your power away from yourself. You are the creator, you hold the power. Reflect on the lessons of the past and use your current power to create your bright future. Okay, so That's what we were saying, right? But there is one group here that I feel that is holding on to the past, and it comes with this. This is life's debts. So this is like, I feel like some of you have dealt with, you've left a relationship behind or a job behind, but whatever it is, you lost money with it. And it's kind of like, or you didn't take that promotion, so now you're not making as much money. Or you didn't go with that guy or that girl, and you like, oh, whatever, right? There's like a lack of, there's this, you have this feeling inside you, because the 10th house is the Capricorn energy, which is your energy. Oh my God, I didn't realize it. Okay, it's your energy. And it's like, you're all about money, and you're all about wealth, I guess, and you're all about this stability, right, of life. Like the World card is ruled by Saturn, which is like tradition, right? So here you are kind of feeling regret about not taking that job, or not going with that partner, or not doing something. But the message here is no. It's like, doesn't matter, because here is like, the cards are very, very triumphant, because there's triumph, victory, and success. So whatever it is that you're feeling regretful, like, leave that behind, because here there's like this feeling of change, and like, you know, the death card is all about changing, going, leaving behind old patterns, leaving behind old things, like death, the ego, leaving the old behind and going into the new. And Mercury retrograde is all about this reinvention, right? Mercury retrograde is like you discovering all that old stuff, the old patterns and old beliefs, they're all rising up, and you're like, and now you're in this moment of change. And now we're like going direct. Bye-bye. So by this next week, we'll be direct. But there's this feeling like spiritual strength and blessings coming your way, right? There's this very, like, some of you are on the path of spirituality. You're like coming into your own. Blessings are going to come towards you. You are changing. You're making the change, and you're leaving the regret behind. There's no room for, this is like a low vibe energy. There's no room for this when we're heading towards victory, right? And success, and we're headed towards the world, right? Which is a new kind of journey. It's almost like saying that step away from what's keeping you down. Step away from the regrets that you may have had. You may have had a regret because you didn't go out with this guy or this girl, or you made a regret that you didn't choose. You didn't buy that lottery ticket that they all, you know, like all these little, it doesn't matter, these regrets. These are just keep holding you down. They keep your vibe down. It's like here there's so much like change here happening here. Like they're almost asking you to reinvent yourself, like here, like I really feel like you're heading into spiritual growth. You're heading into success in a job. You're heading to like success in a relationship. Heading into like blessings are coming your way. It just feels really good to me, Capricorn. So if it's like a put away all those like whatever you ended, the relationship that you ended, the work that you ended, just say goodbye to it and say I love you, I forgive you, and I let you go, kind of thing, and just move forward, because moving forward brings you to change, like strength, spirit, victory, triumph. It's just beautiful. We're going to give you a message from Spirit because I want to. Because I love these cards and I love the messages that they have. Okay. Find your center. Your outside world is a reflection and a manifestation of what's going on inside you at this time. When the outside world becomes so hectic and stressful that your anxiety starts to overwhelm you, then this is an ideal moment to stop and ask, when was the last time I checked in with myself? It's a beautiful card. When was the last time, yes, that I stopped feeling regretful about anything? When was the last time that I was ready for change? When was the last time that I was ready for success and victory? Remember those times, because this is where you're headed, Capricorn. If you want it, you got it. You have it. It's right here for you. Step away from these life debts. Step away from these like low vibe energies. They're not worthy for you. They're not your vibe. Step away from it, because it's just like all good from here, which we hope it lasts forever. So, happy end of February. Happy full moon in Virgo. I will see you in March. I love you. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Aquarius, and welcome to your reading. We got adversity. I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. Don't we all love adversity and challenges? You know, this has been the story of our lives for the past year. Adversity. And it's still continuing into 2021. But adversity can be helpful in many ways, because adversity makes us hone in on our issues and makes us face the conflict and face our fears and face all these low vibe things. They make us face these worries, these anxieties, these stresses, these like all these the power, the control issues that we have. So it could be that, and it could just be a really good lesson. But adversity is also an interesting card, because it's like could be your karma coming and like saying, okay, this is your lesson that you need to learn because of something that happened in your past life. So you're being challenged this lifetime. But let's see what the cards have to say. Take this? Okay. Two of Swords, mental conflict. Fits right in with adversity. Two of Wands. What's that? Wow. Okay, choices and decisions we have to make. The Three of Pentacles, recognition and reward. Wow. There's a lot of, you're in a place of making decisions here, right? Seven of Pentacles, planning and prosperity. Interesting. Okay. There's twos are also duality. Duality and polarity. I mean, you're dealing with like exactly like this Two of Swords energy is this like mental, you're like, you have a decision to make and you're not sure if you want to take it, and you're like, you've been sitting on it for a long time. And the Two of Wands is the same energy, but the Two of Wands is more proactive energy. It's not like you're sitting there and thinking about it. You're like, if I take number one, it's good, and if I take number two, it's good. So like it's a very interesting that they coming out together. And this Three of Pentacles is like you're working, you'll be receiving a reward soon, a recognition for hard work that you've put in, whether it's in school or it's in work or in a relationship or anything, a project that you've done. So it's kind of like interesting here. Maybe you've like, let's see what this has to say here. Maybe you've done something, like you've created a project, you've done something, and you've been rewarded, but you're still not satisfied with it. You're still feeling that there's something else. Blessings again for the 65th time. Okay. Seventh house, partners. I believe that's a Libra energy. Mercury retrograde, reinvention. We just got this in Capricorn. And the Black Moon Lilith, mystery. Nice. So, there's some little thing here about love, partnership. It could be love, it could be a friendship, it could be familyship, it could be something, but it's very interesting, this lesson that you're needing to learn in this lifetime, because it feels like there's like blessings coming towards you, whatever it is that you've come up against. Maybe it was some hardship that you've come up against in this past few weeks. My God, this whole freaking year. But this reinvention, like retrograde, is like, again, this retrograde season is you facing your challenges. This is exactly this energy, right? Like you having to like look at, or like deal with old traumas and deal with old patterns and deal with old behaviors, and it kept coming up for 3 weeks, right? And now that we're in direct, we're like having to solve them, and here you are at a standstill between these things. So there's like traumas that you're wanting to release, and maybe you're having a hard time and you don't know how to do it. There could also be like issues, let's say issues in a relationship, issues like you're not sure if you want to stay in this relationship. There's a lot of interesting things here. Like there's like you maybe worked on a relationship really hard, you've worked on it for it to work, but still you find yourself not in the right place with it. You don't feel calibrated in it, because underneath this card is the deception and envy card. It's the Seven of Swords card. So there's like there is like, you've experienced conflict with someone in your life, whether it's your family, a friend, a relation, like a partner. I'm also feeling like, let's say like this recognition reward, like you've received some recognition for something, and maybe your friend or your partner was jealous, didn't treat you well, and you're like, yo man, what is your problem? Like, why? And you're feeling like kind of down about it, and it's maybe this is a lesson that you need to learn. You're like, yo, thanks. Right? Because there's mystery card here, like Black Moon Lilith, so it's about your deep dark shadows inside you. So there's like these mental conflict, this I feel like some of you, it's in a partnership. I feel like some of you you found harmony in this relationship, but there's also this part of you that's conflicted, and you're not sure where to do with it, and you're like, why is this coming? Like, why are these feelings like bubbling up inside me? So there's a lot of lessons to be learned here. But I feel like it's almost like up to you to make that decision of how you want to lead your life, Aquarius. Right now you're in a strange moment in time, where blessings are to be had, recognition, rewards can come your way, but your spirit is asking you to make a decision. Make a decision that's going to benefit you, that will require you to face your shadow. And it could be in a relationship, it could be with yourself, but you're being asked to face your challenge, but also to forgive it and let it go. It's time to move forward instead of moving backwards and always being stuck, because here it's like this very stuck energy. This I'm not sure what I need to do, the 7 of Pentacles energy of like just sitting and waiting for something to happen. But if you want your rewards, if you want your blessings, then it's time to move. It's time to do something about it. It's time to, now we're in Mercury in direct, it's time to look at the big picture and like make those make the changes in your life. And it will require you to go a little bit into shadow self. It will require you to carry out, to bring out some of this old behaviors of yours or some of these old traumas. But it's the only way for you to go forward. And the 3 of Pentacles also is about working with 2 other people. So maybe you need to work with other people, like collaborate with other people when it comes to this, and you'll get your blessings will come for you this way. But go and ask for help, Aquarius, because I don't think you can do this alone. And these lessons are like for you to learn, but maybe reach out to people around you that can help you through this little mental conflict. But I'm going to give you a nice, beautiful message from Spirit. Maybe they have something beautiful to tell you, Aquarius. Aquarius. I can't help but sing that song all the time, but Aquarius. Come on. This is so crazy. What does it say? Reach out. We know you're reaching out right now for help due to a current situation. Support is as much about the physical act of accepting help where offered as it is about the emotional benefits and learning that it's truly okay to accept support however it's presented to you. Reach out for help. I love it. Reach out for help. If you're feeling stuck, if you're feeling you're not sure between like 2 roads, between 2 things, reach out. People will help you. Don't be that rebel and do everything yourself. Reach out. I love you, Aquarius, and I'll see you in March. Hello, my beautiful Pisces, and welcome to your weekly reading. So I'm going to read to you what it says we picked the guilt card, which is, I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth, and it came out in reverse. So I would like to read what it says in the book. The energy of fear has many guises to complicate your path to loving yourself. Guilt is the most devious because it is wolf in sheep's clothing. It is a self-imposed emotion that pretends to be instructive and enlightening. Guilt can help us grow and we realize that our actions have been hurtful to others and that we need to make amends. After we do so, though, it's time to learn from the behavior and move on. The problem arises when we hold on to a guilty feeling that serves no purpose other than promoting self-destructiveness and low self-esteem. No one is perfect. Everyone makes mistakes. Guilt is not always rational, but if you examine it subjectively, act on it, and release it, it becomes a temporary emotion. You must continually scan your current emotions for any guilty feelings and bring them to the surface for analysis. Healthy guilt is a warning that action should be taken. Irrational guilt needs to be released. All right. We all know what guilt is. Don't we all know what guilt is? Yes. If you're from an Italian family, then you know what guilt is. Yes, you do. Anyways. All right. Guilt. So let's see what's going on. So are you feeling guilty about something, Pisces? Are you feeling, were you like not nice to your partner or your family member or friend? Are you guilty about overeating? It's like there's so many things you can be guilty about, right? Feel guilty about. But guilt is this energy that we don't want to harbor on. We don't want to like hold on to guilt, because guilt causes dis-ease in our body, and also guilt keeps us in that low vibe energy, and we don't need that. But here in reverse means that you're wanting to release the guilt, so that's a good sign. The Devil. Holding on. 6 of Wands. Victory and success. The Nine of Wands, spiritual strength. So interesting how these cards show up. And we have lack. Five of Pentacles, which is afraid of financial loss. So what's going on with you here? I feel like some of you maybe are dealing with some financial issues. You're feeling guilty. Maybe you spent a bit too much on something. Maybe this Devil card. This Devil card feels like you are like temptation, but it feels like you're holding on to something, like you're holding on to an attachment that's not serving you here. It's like you're holding on to a relationship that's really not going anywhere. You're holding on to a job that's not really making you happy. You're holding on to a friendship that's going nowhere. You're holding on to family that's just not happening. You're holding on to you're holding on to your emotions, right? And you're overeating, like it's all about indulgences as well. You're overeating, you're gambling, you're smoking too much. You know, like there's this like you're drinking too much. There's this feeling like, and your ego is like playing a part here, and it's like, yeah, it's okay, just continue doing that, And meanwhile here, and it's like this, there's this lack of this like financial, like you're afraid of your finances, you're afraid of losing money, you're not realizing that you are an abundant person. So let's see, you're feeling guilty about money, feeling guilty about something. Oh my God, this Blessings card comes out all the time. It's really funny. Sagittarius card. It's like roaming free. The Moon. The Soul card. The Moon is you, Pisces. The Leo card. Let's harness some Leo. I will card. I see, I will. There's the moon. The moon is again, it's like this shadow card. It's going deep down into your soul and like admitting to yourself about things, like seeing things for what they are. Right? This is the message here. It's like it's time to look at things clearly, look at things from the light that you are inside you. Stop feeling so guilty about life. Stop feeling guilty about whatever the hell you're feeling guilty about. It's not worth it. Don't feel guilty about these things, about these obsessions, these these ego attachments. Don't feel guilty that you're feeling like this. Don't feel it's like they're telling you that they need you to step into your power here. Step away from this. Because victory can be yours. It's really powerful, actually. It's like, step into this Leo energy, please, they're asking. Leo is all about like being in the spotlight and taking over and like not caring about what other people think, standing in the sunshine that they are. The Sagittarius also is a very revolutionary sign. They don't care. They're like, they just do things without thinking. They're not emotional like you, which is fine. But I mean, they are, like Leo's emotional, but in a different way. You're very more spiritually, like very heavy hitter emotions. And this guilt could probably like expand to like the nth degree when it comes to Pisces. But they're asking you to just step away from that. If like there's something not working out in your life, then it's time to step away from it, because it's useless holding on to guilt and the shame that you're in this relationship or in this partnership, or you're in this job that you don't like, or you're in a course that you don't like, or you're like whatever, you're doing something that you don't like. It's just, it's your life, right? So you're light. You need to find that find that light inside your soul again. Find a light, right? Stand up in that light. Success will be had and blessings will come your way. It's really like, I know it's like so simple. It's like what I feel, Pisces, is that you're standing in your own way. You are the devil right now. You're standing in your own way. And you're, and it's like time to release the guilt. It's time to release it. There could be another scenario that the devil to me always feels like this, what's going on is this whole year, 2020 is the devil to me. So it could be the devil that is like, has made you financially poor. You've lost a job, you've depleted your bank because like there's not money coming in, right? And still they're saying, we understand you, we feel you, but it's time to step into your power. There's still that it's time to look deep inside into that shadow self of yours, forgive it, let it go. It's time to look into the soul, you. It's time to and see who you are, Pisces. This is your month. It's time to step away from the guilt of guilty feelings. Step away from if there's something that's making you feel like low in energy, then it's time to step away from it. If something's not working out, then don't wallow in it. Release that guilt, release the energies that you feel, and like step into that sunlight. You need to shine, Pisces. We need to shine this month. This is your birthday month, not because of that, but we need to step away from this low vibe energies. Because all we want is this, no? Victory and success. We want to blow that horn and say, yo, I'm feeling great. You know what, if people are like having problem with finances, I totally get it. But I think there's this like message to you is to like, once you say goodbye to your ego and you start to tap into your spiritual wealth, you'll understand how abundant you really are. And the blessings will just come your way. So it's time to step on that journey, that spiritual journey, Pisces, which a lot of you are on because you're Pisces and you're spiritually intuitive and this is your thing. So step away from the ego and the devil and go forward into spiritual journey land, into the 5D, baby. Okay, we're gonna get a nice message from Spirit for you, for Pisces, please. Forgiveness. Why always the same cards come out? I get it. It's okay. That's what they want. Forgiveness. Kind of like it. Forgive yourself and let it go. Holding on to resentment and anger is preventing or even suffocating your spiritual growth. Resentment is one of the strongest and most damaging of human emotions. The act of forgiveness in its own right is equally incredibly powerful and has the capacity to heal and transform. So, I mean, resentment, guilt, it's all the same, right? So it's time to let go of these things and forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for feeling these things. Forgive yourself for overeating, for overdrinking. Forgive yourself for staying in a relationship that you don't want, staying in that job that you don't want. Forgive yourself for your feeling of lack and financial scarcity. Forgive yourself, right? The best way to cleanse your soul is to forgive by forgiveness. We'll put that one there. All right, Pisces. It's an interesting week. but it's been an interesting week for a lot of us. So don't worry about it. There's success to be had with clarity and willingness of the Leo energy there. It's really about stepping away from these attachments that you have, the negative attachments. And when your ego starts to come in again, you say, yo, ego, no. All you need to say is to shut the ego down. It's just easy to talk to it and say, no, you're not welcome here. Bye. It will shut down. I'm telling you. Go from your heart. Go from your heart. And tap into that spiritual strength of yours, Pisces. That's who you are. You got this. I love you. And I'll see you in March.